Hi, it's Jessie with Plan with Jessie, and I am coming to you again from the pickup line at school. Just the only time I feel like I can make a video. I wanted to talk about a very specific thing today. So we just got back from Disney World last week, and I wanted to show you how I used a digital bullet journal in GoodNotes to not really plan the trip. This was sort of what I'm going to show you is the final version of a notebook that I made that included all of the most relevant information that I needed for the trip. So in preparing for the trip, I did a lot of other kind of research and took notes and, like the kind of thing you would do for any kind of vacation, price out flights and housing and all that. That's not what this is. This is just a notebook that I made to have at the ready on my phone while I was on the trip. Things that I was going to need, like I said, at the ready. Something I was going to need to look at right away. The address to where we were staying, the address to the different Disney parks. I'm going to show it all to you and show you what it is that I included. And it's perfect in GoodNotes because I was able to export it as a PDF, email it to my husband so he could have it as well. So he had all of our itinerary and, the important details that we needed. So the bullet journal I used is the Digibujo, can't even say it, Digibujo from Jenny Gollin Designs. And I'll put a link to her shop below. I really like this bullet journal for GoodNotes just because if I am using it on the phone, it makes it's the vertical. So on my phone, one page takes up the whole phone rather than having something small that you have to expand to make bigger to be able to read it. It's a large, full vertical page, each page of the bullet journal. So as you swipe through, you don't have to zoom. It's huge and it's easily readable. And I wanted that because I knew that I was going to be using my phone primarily. I'm not going to be carrying my iPad around Disney World, and I needed to use my phone to access the Disney World app as well. So I had those two things together on the front, the front page of my phone at the ready, my GoodNotes Disney notebook, and then the Disney World app. So it worked out perfectly. Anytime I needed it, it was right there. And it was perfect for what I needed it. So what I'm going to show you now is just a quick flip through of the notebook. Again, this was not the planning that went into the trip, but the information I had at the ready. And I know I could have done this in maybe like in a traveler's notebook or in some kind of a other notebook to carry around in my backpack and pull out as needed. But as I said, since I was going to be using my phone anyway to figure out where to get to different places in the park on the Disney app, having it on my phone made a lot more sense. I didn't have to get something else out of my bag. I just had to grab my phone, which I always had with me, and the information was there. So let's go, and I will show you what the notebook looked like. Okay, so I'm going to be showing it on the iPad because I'm filming with my phone. So, this is GoodNotes I've already opened. How am I going to do this? So, this little Chewbacca I drew, that's my cover for my Disney notebook. Isn't it cute? And then, so here, let me turn it to show you how it actually looks on the vertical. See how it takes up the whole page? That's really awesome on the phone because my eyesight is not that great. I do need reading glasses, but I don't wear them when I'm out and about, so the bigger I can make something, the better. Okay, so here's just our flight information on the first page, and then our car rental information. This is a little map I highlighted for my husband to show us, where we were going to park, and then where breakfast was, and then how we're going to get on the monorail to Magic Kingdom, just because I wanted to have it all clear. Information about the Kennedy Space Center, which we went to the day we got to Florida for an afternoon, so that just, hours and things there. This was the Airbnb we stayed at. This was the confirmation of Publix Instacart delivery that I set up. So this worked really well. We had rented a house, so I had pre-ordered a lot of groceries. So then, shortly after we arrived, our delivery came, so then we had food for the week, which worked out really well. This was just all of the addresses of the different parks, how much it was going to cost to park. And then here I have, for each day, I have our fast passes and then any sort of dining reservations that we did. Just because I kept forgetting, like my husband would ask me multiple times a day, what time is our fast pass for XYZ? And I just, for some reason, could not commit any of it to memory, so I had it all handy here. And then I have all of the vegan options throughout the parks. Most of this information I got from vegandisneyworld.com, which is a great website. So in different parts of Magic Kingdom, what I could get that would be vegan. And then a little picture of the orange float, which as long as you don't have the vanilla ice cream in there, if you just have the orange ice cream and the orange soda, is vegan, and it was delicious. Again, Epcot vegan food, I did eat this as well. This is the Beyond Meat Beyond burger that they have at Liberty Inn, which was delicious. Here's just more vegan options, more snack food options at the different parks. My husband had health issue a couple of weeks before we left. He had kidney stones, so we were a little nervous that they were going to come back. So I put the nearest hospitals just in case, and likewise the nearest drugstores in case we needed to get him prescriptions or anything. And this page ended up being quite useful because my daughter ended up having pink eye about the 3rd day into our trip. So I was able to call her doctor, and the doctor was able to call into that Walgreens and put in a prescription for her down there. So it was good to have. I was actually standing in the middle of Dino Land in Animal Kingdom, talking to the doctor about pink eye. It was so bizarre. Here were just a few ideas of things we were going to do besides Disney World if the weather was horrible, like if it was torrential rains or something, but we never needed that. I mean, it was hot, but the weather was fine while we were there, so we didn't do any of this stuff, but it's good to have. And then that's really it. I had, there was a breakfast place near where we were, but we mostly ate, with the groceries that we bought. One of the great things I think about Disney World is that they do let you bring in your own food and drink. If I wasn't able to do that, it would be really hard for me to eat a lot of food. There is vegan options, but just not a lot, and sometimes you have to go pretty far across one of the parks to get it. So what I did was when I ordered the groceries, I got all of my basic staples like whole wheat bread and peanut butter and crackers and hummus and bananas and strawberries, and I just packed us lunches. So in my backpack, basically all I had was food. I had peanut butter sandwiches and bananas and crackers and fruit snacks and Larbars, all that kind of stuff. And so I only really ate 2, I would say, big meals out. The Liberty Inn burger, and then when we had breakfast at Kona Cafe, because they have vegan tonga bread there, which is really good, and I wanted to have that. So, but everything else, mostly I just spent money on like little snacks, like the orange ice cream float, and I bought, what else did I even buy for myself? I guess, was that it? I was going to get a Dole Whip, but it just the time never coincided properly. The same thing with the Mickey pretzels. Those are also vegan, but that just didn't happen either. I bought my daughter some ice cream and stuff, but for the most part, our meals were stuff that we bought from the grocery store, and we ate out, like takeout, outside of the park a couple of nights, just very inexpensive takeout, like Pei Wei and Chipotle. So we didn't spend the kind of money you can spend at Disney World, and that just helped. So sorry, this was supposed to be a planner video, and it kind of devolved into a eating vegan at Disney World video, but Maybe some of that's helpful to some of you. But yeah, so that's what I did. That, like I said, that digital bullet journal is really helpful for using on your phone because it is so large. So I'm going to put a link to it below. Be sure to check it out if that's something you're interested in. Works great. I loved it so much. I can continue to use it for other things as well. So yeah, so that's it. That's how I used a digital bullet journal to help to help me get through my time at Disney World. Thanks for watching. Bye.